Hello.
Very well. So well, we met many years ago. I think it was like 15 years ago. It was the record shop, the only record shop we had in our town, and it was just an occasion. Actually, the owner of this record shop, I remember very well, he told me, I need to introduce you to this guy, Stefano, because he follows house music and probably you could match and do something together. So now we're like brothers, actually, because we spend a lot of time together every day. We started with the radio station actually. After a few years of the radio show, we thought that wasn't enough because we couldn't do what actually we wanted to do, which is to DJ and not just to host a radio show. So we decided to start a project, but it was just like a joke or a game. And we started producing many tracks actually, and but we were not totally satisfied by many of them. But once we produced this track, we thought, oh, this sounds good, so probably we can release it, but let's find a name. And actually Stefano came out with Souldynamic, and sounds good for many people. We was just surprised to see that many people from England ask us, how do you guys came with Souldynamic? It's very cool, and it's so nice for us. It's a long story, but that's a very short version of it. Well, probably Frosinone is the biggest motivation for Souldynamic because it's beautiful, but about underground music scene is not very big. So being there in this countryside area, we had a lot of goals, and we noticed that produce music was the only solution to arrive somewhere else. So we got into the DJ industry just with productions, remixing and making music. That was the only thing we could do, and that's the only thing we keep doing for our label Excedo. The difficulties are a lot actually, because we're still growing and we're still trying to cut a little piece of the cake for us. You know, being Italian is not very easy because Italy is very strange. We would like to play much more in Italy, but the people from Italy used to call much more DJs from other countries, and we would just like to let them know that even if we are Italian, we like to travel Italy and to discover places and to enjoy the marvelous dance floors that we have, because we think that all those DJs that come in Italy enjoy a lot the dance floors, because our way to dance, the warmth they find, the food, everything is amazing. And probably Italian DJs, all the Italian DJs should have more space here in Italy. There are many difficulties, but you know, you just have to front them and to fight, to solve all your problems and go and move forward to the goal. That's the only thing you can do.
We produced vocal house, soulful vibes for 10 years. So after our album Origins, characterized by 10 vocal tracks, we need to change because this music business is so big. So we want to change our mind, you know, our perspective. We would love to enter in another dimension. Yeah, we need to do this. So we try step by step to go in another sound way, but with our passion for the past, for the funky music, for the soul, for jazz, for the Afrobeat.
Well, Southport and Sunsbeat probably are the biggest motivation why we are popular. We have a lot of followers in the UK, and yes, they love the soulful sound, but we always like to say we are house DJs, and house is this big container of many kind of music, and even if you look at the past, we made so many kind of style of house music. I think that we are a little bit looking at the deep house solution for the production, but the first releases on the Exido records, we just wanted to let the people know that we are doing something different, because we are closing a decade of Souldynamic, and we are opening another decade, but it's always the same project. It's Souldynamic, and we think that an artist, every artist should be very complete and be open to do many kind of music. We both think that a good DJ and good producer should make a lot of different sounds, all of them coming from house music. And this came out because of our DJ sets. When we play, we just don't play vocal tracks. So we play a lot of instrumental, but we noticed that we didn't do many instrumentals. So we need to do more. And with the album Origins, the track Origins, gave us a lot of satisfactions. So that's why we opened this new era of Souldynamic. Now, we've been thinking about having our own label since many years, but we were waiting to be more completed like artists being, and Exido is the result of many years of working, and it have a very straight reason why it's born. It's the opportunity for Souldynamic to release more music. It's the opportunity for Souldynamic to be more open to different kind of music, and you will hear soon many dimensions of music. Exido, the first track was a track we arranged a few months before, and we played it even in our boiler room. We were waiting to release the album first, Origins, on Tribe Records, which always is in our head and which probably we will work again for. Exido is many things. That's why we're choosing the chameleon, its image and its icon. The chameleon have many characteristics, and all the titles of each track from the Chameleon's EP nominate a characteristic of the chameleon itself, and this wants to explain how much able we are to look at music in different ways, and that's why the choosing of the chameleon. I remember when we were in the office looking for a name for the label, it was very nice. And Exido is a word from the Latin languages that means go over, never stop, and look behind the mountains. There's a big world you can explore, and that's why the label have this name, and that's the next mission for Souldynamic.
Okay, we're working on a lot of projects like the Chameleon EP Volume 3. Also, we're working on new tracks characterized by 70 sample of Italian music like Italo disco. So, and we're working on new vocal track like the tracks from our album Origins. There are two tracks, one featuring Jocelyn Mathieu, remixing by Manu, another track with Tumelo remixing by DJ Spinna, okay? And a lot of projects out soon on our label Exido Records.
While DJing is technology, without technology we couldn't do anything, and probably we would need a band on the stage. Pioneer is Pioneer, and we're not those kind of DJs who uses all the properties that Pioneer gives to you, because there are DJs band that knows very well every button of it. But we feel very comfortable with the CDJs 2000, and you know, you can choose very quick any track you would like to play in a few seconds. You have a very intuitive selection of the buttons. Probably for many it seems like what they're doing something strange, but it's very easy. It's very easy to use, and this makes the job of the DJ much more easy. Yeah, thank you, Pioneer, because without you, probably many DJs out there wouldn't be DJing.
Maybe the last one, Louis Vega, the maestro. Yeah. For us is the most important remix that we did in the last 10 years. It was really important for us, also for the relationship with Vega and the other big DJs around him. So we remixed the track with Dea Davenport, Magical Ride. It was really fun because it's a good vocal track with a nice piano riff. For us, it was a big collaboration. We thank you, Louis Vega, always. Yeah. Also, personally, I love the remix that we did with Josh Milan on King Street Records. It was a good collaboration. The remix had a good Latin, soulful vibes. It was one of my favorite remix.
I have another one.
Yeah.
I have Church Lady from Dennis Ferrer, which was a very big track, and it was a very good thing to remix. Of course, the Louis Vega one is in our earth, but Church Lady, I think that was a track that changed something in the house music industry. Dennis Ferrer did a lot for the industry, and that mix was very nice. And then we had the opportunity to do an organ track, an organ version without the vocal, and that was big satisfaction too, because many DJs play that. We can see many faces over there, but there are a few which are very important for us and which are big inspirations. Probably for both of us, I can nominate Ron Trent, Carrie Chandler, of course the master Louis Vega. We've been talking about him a lot. Many of them, even Claudio Coccoluto, because...
And Luis
Radio, of course. Yes, we would like to thank also the Italian DJs, because Claudio, Luigi, they are the pioneers in Italy, with many others, but probably they are the most recognized in the house music scene. Many of these faces, and we're very glad that we've been DJing with a lot of them. We've been opening to Carcox too, a Sapo weekender. We saw Alex Neri not many years ago. We've been in the car with Black Coffee, which actually is an icon now, because we were on a boat party at Sunspeed together. DJ Span, been working for him a lot. Too many. But the master is Frankie.
We are DJs and producers thanks to Frankie Knuckles. He was the story, he is the story. So for us represent the big inspiration, We appreciated him not only for his remixes of production, but the person. He was a really nice person. So for us, this is the prototype of the DJ.
The father.
The father.